$10,000. Katie's dad, samurai duck for Father's Day.
Be cool.
So you just picked out the pooch.
Happy and excited.
Salvador. This lease. My fitness transformation and a loft. I've lived here like 5 years. Hey, Lou.
For making peace where every day you're not gonna have full energy.
Just changed in a positive way.
Exploded everywhere. I'm tired. Hey, Lou. Samuel. We'll see how that looks like it was me. It is every it's in Morocco. Fucking lightning. Now we have it. Thing. Looks sexy. The place is a bit of a mess lately, as you can see. We've had like a little bit of a hiccup with the apartment. Turns out we can't just get out of these big apartment leases just willy-nilly. So the exposure of it was like a lot of money. So we thought we had to give the apartment. We did all the scenario planning, told them like we were out of the apartment and all that stuff, because if we took the apartment, we would expose ourselves on 2 leases, both my apartment, this one, and Katie's, which you saw in another video. So we told the new cool apartment that we really liked, and you saw in the last video, that we couldn't be able to do it. But it turns out that when you are just honest, you let go, and you gotta accept all scenarios, things sometimes can actually work out. And in this case, it was due to a lease timing because one apartment wanted to move in earlier. Our leases had to end, get tenants, and that exposed us to like $10,000 in like costs, which is insane and we should never do. We can't afford that, just to throw that away. Do you know how many surf trips that is? It's a lot. We gave up. We said like, we're not doing the apartment. We talked to our buildings like, hey, we still want to get out and stuff like that. Then the other apartment owner came back to us willing to work with it. So we might still have a deal. We might not have it. But the point that I kind of want to say is that we try to attach ourselves to things too often. It's like, if we really, really wanted that apartment, we would have like moved hell and high water, probably like got into a lot of cost and a compromised financial position. Why? Because we just want to be there. And that's stupid. So like detached from it, we accepted, this might mean that we don't move into that apartment. That's cool. But as we digress, today's Father's Day. I ain't no dad, but we're going to visit Katie's dad. Hey, Lou.
So happy Father's Day.
Also, Katie's dad has a Jeep, and there's this thing between Jeep owners that they give each other ducks, and they put ducks. So I was online and I found Samurai. It's actually a Yakuza duck from the game. This one was for me. I bought for me just to put in my desk. But I got him a duck for Father's Day to put on his Jeep. It's actually pretty funny. It's more quirky, more in the media from a movie, had to do with the beach and scary stuff there. I think he'll like it. So this will be my Father's Day present, a rubber duck. We'll see how that ends up.
So this one's about this woman. Her son dies and then her husband dies. And then she like randomly inherits from this woman she was kind to once a house in Ibiza. In the book, she's just starting to go to Ibiza. But I'm excited because I know it's going to have like a really touching spiritual lesson.
It's awesome. I haven't been reading much often. I got stuck
because all we do is watch Attack. Right now, anyway.
I got her addicted. We're 100% interest in your place. The earliest we can make it work is 8. And the potential financial exposure is pretty significant as it relates to timing. But anything earlier than that exposes us too much. Like, and by the way, happy fucking Father's Day.
Wow.
I'm proud of you.
So Danny is trying to teach me how to do pull-ups. And I did it yesterday and oh my God, it's so bad.
I'm sure she'll be able to do a pull-up pretty soon. Maybe not 20 in a row, just
no. One
Right.
would be cool.
There's nothing that I love more than boxing. Sometimes I get injured and I can't do it as much as I used to because my bones just don't take it anymore. But let's go. Today is one of those good days. Katie's in the Stairmaster because she's sore, but that's cool. There, you see? She's there in the Stairmaster. Fuck, it's kind of nuts. The first couple of rounds are always like getting warmed up. The big thing when you're boxing is get into flow. And I can only get into flow really in the later rounds, but that's when your mind shuts off. You're just flowing with the music. Doing this helps me all through my life. Fuck yeah, now to finish the workout, but like, fuck yeah. Now we're just getting out of the gym. God, that was a good session, really quick. Good workout. Now heading over to LBI. Gift in hand, and yeah, it's like a rainy Brooklyn. So we just picked out the pooch and saw the landlord conceding to an August 1st move date, which essentially kills a lot of the risk that we had on the breaking the leases and stuff like that. So we haven't confirmed, but I think we're gonna take it.
Yeah, we are.
This saga just lasts so long. It's like, it's so hard to move places in New York. Dropping off the pooch now, and there we go. Now we're kind of stuck in traffic. Traffic's gonna be a few hours, but I think Kitty and I were talking about how interesting it is when you let go of something and you just have like full expectation that you might not get it. It's like that concept of letting go of something for it to come back to you.
I 100% agree with that. And the other thing that was interesting about letting go in this experience was that it allowed our like true feelings and true emotions to come out about the apartment. So we'd convinced ourselves like maybe it's not the right place for us, etc., etc. When we found out this morning that he actually decided to meet our needs on the timing, we both felt so happy and excited. And I think that's when like the real truth of like what is it that you actually want comes through. At least it did for me. It was very clear that that's what we want.
And it's fucking awesome that everything worked out. Father's Day present, but it's like a small like knick-knack, and I thought you'd find it enjoyable. I'd like
I like that.
for it.
Whoa, that's great. Oh,
It's like a little
oh, I
Jaws.
love that.
I'm like, that's like a.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love that.
I just saw that. I'm like, Bill would dig that, and I got it. That'll give. I drive on the way back. So now back in Brooklyn, it's rainy, it's not the greatest day. You know, it was good to get out of the city, but one takeaway from yesterday is that I kind of want to get out in the city, and it's been a bit since I had my last surf adventure or anything like that. I've done Puerto Rico a couple times, but I'm thinking about maybe booking a trip to El Salvador, maybe Costa Rica, maybe Nicaragua, just to surf a couple days. Got an agreement, so now gave notice to my building. Katie gave notice to hers, and trying to figure that out over the next couple days. Just trying to crush work. Okay, so we finally got this lease from the tenant. Looks like we're getting a deal done and we're actually moving into that apartment. Fuck yeah. Sadly, I'll be saying goodbye to my apartment, which honestly, it's pretty cool. Like the view is insane. It's like been sort of where I lived the last 5 years, but like I say, we're moving on up, and this is like the dream apartment. In fact, let me just go back to this point. This is like my vision board in my bathroom. And yeah, I do this stuff, and who doesn't? Clearly hasn't gotten a lot of goals accomplished, because like I think like this is like one of the number one, my fitness transformation to like all the stuff I've done. Point is, like, for some reason, I printed out an apartment with like these style windows and a loft. That is literally the apartment we're getting. Like, we're moving into like some insane cathedral windows and a loft. It's pretty crazy. I actually wrote a description of my future relationship, which is actually panned out to be almost to the T. I gave that to Katie and she like freaked out. That's a letter I wrote to Katie before I even met her or knew her, like describing the relationship. And the point of this, to accomplish a lot of goals, you first have to imagine it, you have to visualize it, put it in writing, take pictures, collage it together. Here we go. Not gonna show the details. I'll just show you the signature page. Moving apartments in New York is such a freaking bummer. I signed this new apartment. So we're having this new apartment and we're trying to get out of our leases. The new apartment wanted us to move in a month earlier. We wanted to push it a month. We almost lost the apartment. We're like, take the apartment. We don't want it. There's somebody else. Let them have it. Guy came back. Second problem, now we need to get out of our other 2 leases. And these freaking buildings, I love my buildings, but they're owned by corporate people. And I worked in private equity for a while, I get it. And they essentially have all these fees. And we figured out how to do the fees, but essentially there's this little gap clause that I need to hand in my apartment and they don't re-rent it for another 15 days. That's half a month's rent, which is freaking insane. So I told them, sure, well then I'm gonna move out by Monday. It's Tuesday. I hate moving. I've lived here like 5 years, so I'm gonna try to move this apartment in 5-6 days. I don't have a car. Katie has a car, thank God. I'm working on 2 live deals right now. Hey Lou, chill the fuck out. I'm working in 2 live deals now. One that's like in arbitration or closing, and then another new investment. So it's a lot on my plate. I'm going nuts. It's rainy. It's been ugly. This is like literally game planning all the stuff that we have to do. It's rainy. It feels like shit. Let's see how we make it out of this. I'm hopeful that we'll get it done. The reason I'm hopeful is like, one, when your girlfriend's also like a founder and CEO, shit kind of gets done. 2, our leases are kind of staggered. So I'm moving out by Monday because I said I'm gonna put everything in her apartment, which we then will move on to the next apartment. So we don't have to like go out of pocket like $4,000 in fees. And it's not about the money, it's just the principle.
Yeah.
Fuck these people. Fuck their corporate rules. I've worked corporate, I've been an investor, so I get it, but like, fuck this shit. I'm not gonna take this lying down. So we'll see how it ends up. I might end up taking it, to be honest. Like, you rarely win these things, but I just don't feel like going out of pocket that much money because I'd much rather spend the money in a surf trip, a trip to Japan. We've outlined half the shit. What shit I'm sending to Katie's, what shit I'm selling, what shit I'm storing, and then trash. There's not much trash. There'll be trash.
There'll be trash. There will be trash.
Thank God Katie can sell shit. I'm horrible at that. I got scammed buying this stuff.
So it's morning, I went to the gym, like mentally there, but my body's just not there. Just hadn't slept enough. Like today I'm a bit frustrated at myself, but I think 12 rounds are pretty shitty. But like it's like also making peace where every day you're not gonna have full energy. It's about showing up. Okay, so I just got back to the gym. Days in New York have been rainy for a while.
I barely had any energy today. I was a bit frustrated. Going through like a big work day today, but I gotta somehow figure out how I'm gonna pack and start moving this apartment because I gotta be out by Monday. I do think it's doable, so let's get this going. It definitely is affecting all my workouts and some of my habits. I'm a bit sleep deprived right now, trying to manage everything at the same time. But let's just do it. Let's get it done. Let's figure out how we do it, and let's just move forward. Today is Juneteenth and I'm packing and it's kind of hitting me. I originally moved in here when I was starting my old company. I was a different person. I was out of shape. I was unhappy. And it's a place where I transform. And this place kind of has my essence. It carries all my adventures, my trips, all these mementos, you know, in a whirlwind. Like all this stuff, I decided, you know, I'm kind of letting go. Like I'm leaving this place. I got that plant when I first started my journey, my growth journey, but then I had to get a new pot, and I feel like this move is kind of like me getting a new pot to kind of like grow and sort of evolve. And it's just been such an insane growth process, and so much has changed. It's sad to be leaving this place. Like I had not surfed in 20 years when I first moved into this apartment, and now it's like, look, I've done Bali, I've done Morocco, I've done El Salvador, I've done Costa Rica a ton of times, and like so much has changed. I went from like not being the version of me that I liked to the version of me that I loved. Literally, this before picture was me. This is me like a year ago. I look better than that now, but it's kind of nuts. That happened. That picture is in this bathroom. Literally there. And this is like the adventures I've had afterwards. It's kind of crazy to be leaving all this in the search of something new, but it's kind of the right place. So right now, I gotta be out by Monday, which is a bit of a challenge. I'm gonna be packing all day, and I wanna share some of my journey as I do this, and sort of like the things that change and how I built my environment to sort of help what I wanted to do. But as always, there's a reason I cut this shirt. It's my new gym shirt, and I'm going to the gym, get my mind right, get myself set right, have some fun, and then we can do the shit. It's nuts because I've done this walk to the gym through Williamsburg thousands and thousands of times at 5 a.m. snowing, blizzards, everything. And now it's coming to an end. There's like some melancholy to that. It's just something, you know, I wasn't picturing that happened too quickly. I knew it would happen, but I didn't know it was going to happen that quickly. And, you know, there's some bittersweetness in it. So much since I moved in. I love the freaking old neighborhood, but so much is changing right now. Like, you know, you have like the old, you have like this new monster buildings coming up all the way up there. There's a lot of change, and it's time for me to change, but enough talking, to the gym now. I had to run outside for a bit. So I just got out of the gym. It's like 2:06. I don't know where the fucking day went. I started the morning really early, took care of some stuff, and then really the day is like, when I went to the gym, it's like a vortex. I don't know where the time went, so I still gotta pack a lot of stuff today. I was walking and it's raining, so I decided to jump on the store. And I think I'm gonna buy a keychain for Katie because we're moving together after, and her current building has like a padlock that's like digital, so she doesn't have keys, but the new one will have keys. And Kitty stole a candle when we met because she wanted to give it to my mom from like a bar that I wanted to buy, and they wouldn't. And it was like a virgin, like Virgin Mary. So I'm gonna buy, I just saw this keychain of a Virgin Mary. As you can see, the sun's out now. It stopped raining, and I got a little gift for Katie, which I think is pretty cool. She literally stole a candle from this bar because I wanted to give one to my mom, and they wouldn't sell it to me. So she went a day without me, and she fucking took the candle. Katie's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, now heading home. Don't know how Casey Neistat does it. Yeah, there we go. We made it and drive and do this at the same time. It's crazy because I was in the gym and so many people offered to help me with the move. I feel kind of guilty doing that, but you've seen me before, like before I moved and like how I even looked and then like that whole journey.
You just changed in a positive way. You told me some of your adventures and I always enjoyed the stories.
A keychain for Katie. Here it is. I think it's pretty dope. This is not my happy face. I was starting to pack. I figured I'd eat some food quickly. And when I opened my fridge, I realized the coffee I was brewing, the cold brew, that thing, which is awesome, exploded everywhere. It's like freaking everywhere. I think I'm just gonna let that fucking sit there for a while. I'll clean it up later. I need to get started. At least some good news. The stuff that I thought wouldn't arrive on time, the packing boxes, actually did. God bless. So things are a bit of a mess, but making progress. Honestly, got these bags and just tossing all the clothes in there. Bag for storage, mostly winter stuff. So this stuff, and then bag for Katie's apartment. They just like remind me to go on a trip from time to time. This stuff I got in El Salvador. Bought it from an old lady in the beach where I surfed for a bunch of days. All these pictures I took in different surf trips. That's Puerto Rico, that's Bali, that's Puerto Rico. There's a lot of stuff and I've thought about like all the impact this apartment has had on my life. And this is like my vision board, which I look at every morning when I wake up. And when I take a piss every morning, I stare at this picture. The toilet's right here. And this was on my 35th birthday. You know, that was me. A pretty big wave, you know? And I didn't know what the fuck I was doing then. And it was kind of nuts. I really was pushing my limits, and I was pushing my limits while I lived in this apartment, transformed my life. And really from that guy became that guy. Little that guy. That was that was in Morocco. That's insane. It seems to be storming now. This is just like the layout of stuff that we do, they laid out for the move. But it's crazy to see like how I used to dress a few years ago. I had like, this is like all my finance gear when I used to, like I've kept this for ages. Polos are perfectly good, but I'm not throwing them away. I promise. I actually am taking it to a thrift store that I always go to and like pick up stuff like this. And I'm taking it there because somebody will find like another life for it. So I'm looking forward, but getting rid of a lot of stuff. It's like a storm up in here. Look at this. This just happened. We got all the rain. Jesus Christ, it's kind of nuts. All the changes that have happened here. I'm just filled with stuff for my clothing. It's nuts the amount of change I've had in this apartment and how much I've grown. I remember going to like a Tony Robbins event like in 2022, desiring to change my life and build my life and go on adventures and all this stuff. And I had like this list of things. I've actually found it. It's like one of those bags. And it's like these lists of adventures that I would take to Bali, to surf. I've done a lot of that shit. I was even in Morocco, like driving, surfing all the coast. This is literally a ticket I got for speeding along the coast of Morocco. We were like in a van and just a bunch of boards and a friend of mine, Iñaki, who I met while surfing in Bali the next year after we went to Morocco. It's just nuts the amount of memories that are in this apartment. I think the cool part is that I actually think there'll be more memories on the next one. But there's like a morning that comes from this stormy, cloudy, fucking lightning and thunder. You know, there is some sadness in all this stuff, but like any personal growth, you gotta just keep plowing through. So just sold the sofa. Oh, which is bittersweet because this sofa is from my old company that we raised venture-backed funding, grew it The whole sector dried up and we had to shut it down. And this was one of our best selling pieces. And I love the sofa. The only reason I'm giving it up is because the new place, we're getting a sectional. So like doesn't fit, but it's definitely a fucking awesome sofa. And the guy that bought it might actually buy the kitchen table. So it might end up being a great deal. It's funny because it hurts more to sell the sofa than to leave this apartment, even though we're upgrading. You know, like I raised venture funding. Like I built the company during the pandemic, lasted like 6 years. We grew it a ton and the whole sector dried up. So we had to shut it down. And that was like my first company that I built. We had like 20 employees. It was a hell of a journey. The collapse of that is what led me to go into this journey myself. You know, I lived building that company in this apartment for so long. A lot of stylistic choices is furniture that I bought from the company. Like that's a lot of the design stuff. And coincidentally, it stopped raining. I was putting away like my books and my shelves and I found this. And I forgot I kept a daily journal when I traveled to Bali. It was like a month in Bali early on in my journey. I was surfing for about a month straight every day, like from 5 a.m. And I kept a journal about the whole journey. Super valuable to me. I'm putting it here with all my books, but it's just the type of stuff that I have in this apartment. It's crazy how much stuff I have. Just going through a shelf and literally just feeling a box of books and journals. I'm tired. To get something new that you want, to get the life you want, you must create a fucking vacuum. If there's no vacuum, if there's no space for stuff to come in your life, if you don't make more room, more space for people, for things, for possibility, for uncertainty, shit is not gonna happen. Shit is not gonna go into your life. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna stay in the status quo. You need to go through this. You need to shed the weight. You need to open new space and hold that space. Just don't fill it with the same crap again and wait. Wait till life, till like serendipity, till the universe, till God presents this stuff back into your life. And when it does that, and when that happens, you'll start building the life of your dreams. When you accept losing it, will you be given something new? I fucking love this table. I just sold it. Yeah, sofa, table, stools, now gone. Just need to sell the bed and maybe the fucking scooter. We are off. I know this will all be worth it. It's nice to get out of the apartment for a second. At least just take a break from all the fucking packing and everything. It's good to take a break from all this shit. I've been in this park thousands of times. Fuck. Filming Squid Games 3 on Netflix here. Fucking stuff. Like I love this neighborhood and this is cool, but it used to be a lot more quiet and it's just gotten a bit crazy and it's fun to visit. But when you're living and you go downstairs and this is like the first thing you see and it's like a crowd of tourists, it gets a bit much. So I'm really excited about moving to a little bit of a quieter place, less hecticness. I can still go visit the hecticness. I just am not fucking living in it. So it's morning right now. I was really burnt out last night, but I actually made a ton of progress. A lot of the stuff is packed. So I have work today. Gonna do a quick workout, work, and then continue moving and packing stuff as the day goes on. It's too far to go to the gym today, so I'm going for a run outside. There's like a calisthenics thing on top of my building. I'll train that and be back to packing, continue making progress, get to work, do the thing. Let's go. It's okay.
Oh my god.
No, but
We'll be
I'm
here.
excited to give you. No, I'm gonna go train in the calisthenics part.
Okay.
Decided to. I'm gonna stop running. The thing.
Oh my God. Ah, yeah.
crazy that I just went out for a run, then I'm gonna meet up with Katie and Smoothie. It's such a welcome break from the move.
Honestly, the place is a mess. It's hard to work. And I remember, like, one of the things I loved about this place and why my productivity was so high is essentially because I laid out everything here so it's like seamless. Like my work was seamless. I had inspiration of like the projects I'm working on, work. Like everything was laid out in such a meticulous manner because it's a small apartment. It's New York. Like from where I put little things to hang and paper towels and my knives to where I cook, everything's so methodical. Because I wanted to build certain habits. I laid out stuff on my day-to-day life that would just promote those habits. Like I said before, like I would review this, my plan, my goals for myself every single morning. When I would come, I would visualize the stuff. Even before I got my tattoo, I had this phoenix thing. And then eventually that's the picture that the two artists drew. And then that became this thing. So like everything from like my fitness goals, to like different goals and ways I want it to be, to the projects I'm working on, what I'm building in media and my work, to like literally papers that I read every morning with like, essentially my intentions for the day. And I do this every day. We're laid out perfectly here. And now that the place is a mess, I can barely fucking function. But like, this is temporary. But it just goes to show you like when you're building your place, when you're setting up, make your place, your environment foment to where you want to go with your goals. My boards are out. Aside from they look cool, it's like nice to have them, but it just reminds me every day I was like, oh, I want to go surfing. Like I want to do these things. I have like National Geographics I get every month. And sometimes I read them. I like to look at the pictures, but it just reminds me, it's like, what's the last adventure you went on? So like all these goals I have in life, not only review, but I have cues and triggers to make me do what I want to do, to remind me every day of the plans I want to have. And some people hate triggers, but triggers are a reality of life. Why don't you just build triggers to remind you of the shit and the life that you want to do? Not to keep packing, doing the shit, but second win, do some more work. And you know, I got a lot done. Place is a mess, but let's go. Today has been good. I got a lot of work done, emails and stuff that I needed to do relative to a transaction we're working on. But I also spent the morning packing, start taking stuff off the walls. Like there's a lot of stuff drilled into the walls, all the frames and everything's there. I'm kind of hitting a wall right now, so I'm taking a bit of a break. I'll do a little bit of work. I'm just see it, but check it out. It's all getting empty. Nothing there. All my beautiful stuff is done. I gotta take those off the wall. This is a little bit of a mess in my opinion, and I'm starting to hit a wall, but I have faith I'll figure it out, so I'll just keep pushing through. It's almost all done, and just when I was getting tired and was low in energy, Katie came to help.
Which seltzers?
Yeah, doing a work call right now. I'll take it as is. It's gonna be a bit hectic, but yeah, hopefully we'll get done. I'm not giving her thing just yet. I'll give it later. You know, my parents gave me these plates a long time ago. They're like 100 years old. It's like a family heirloom. And I never thought I would actually use them, but I still kept them because it's like for the family. The coolest thing is like we were like thinking about working. I was like, wow, isn't this a cool moment? We're both here just wrapping these plates. We're wrapping them because we're moving to this cool apartment where we'll probably have a lot of dinner parties, be able to invite people, and actually use these plates. And like, I think the moment we shifted our focus from the task of annoying wrapping to like, no, what we're actually doing is like kind of like, we're moving together and it's exciting because we're wrapping these plates and we're gonna have like all these dinners, and isn't that cool? It was just like a moment that I wanted to capture, whether for the blog or just for me, I don't know. It's a cool moment. Now we have it. We had dinner, brought over some stuff over to Katie's. It's so nice to actually be here. I know. I thought I was gonna do this to like end the vlog. Katie, this is what I found on my inspired walk. Because this building doesn't have a keychain because it's pad. So like I thought you needed like a new keychain. And because you're a slight klepto, is the story of the candle Katie stole for my mom, but never gave it to my mom.
No, I stole it and then I felt bad and then I was going to give it back and I hid it for like probably 2 months before I told Danny about it. But it was romantic.
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Virgin Mary thing.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. So apparently this dude carrying her, aka the same angel that's in every Mary thing.
Wait, does that Mary have
Of course it has it. This is Mary. There we go. See? Good night. I need to shower. So it's officially day 3. Here's sort of like what we're working with. All the shelves are down, TV's down, freaking bed is like getting done, sofa sold, bed is sold, major progress. This is a point where I start giving less of a fuck and the trash bags are getting bigger. I gotta disassemble this bed. I think it's a perfect opportunity to take away some fucking anger or frustration in the entire process. Here we go. Something happened to my finger. It's like swollen. So much for that. But at least here we have the wreckage. Pretty poetic here. Pretty poetic. Look at the wreckage. Now we get shit done, wrap everything up, try to get things organized to have it taken off. See you once this is cleared up. Okay, so it's 8:10 p.m. Saturday. Most of the apartment's empty now. Tomorrow we're essentially gonna try to move out most of the stuff. Tomorrow Sunday we'll be done by Monday, which is where I'm supposed to hand in the apartment. But I kind of fucked. Check this out. I had stuff on TV, and when I ripped the wall covers off, it damaged the wall. I need to figure out how to fix it so people don't charge me extra. Maybe tomorrow somebody from the building I can pay or something. If not, I'll do it myself. But with moving everything, it's a bit tight. Plus, I still need to paint that wall back. Fuck that policy. It is what it is. See you tomorrow.
Just a quickie today, but have a big day ahead with the move, so gotta reserve some energy.
How many miles you gonna use?
Probably like 20, right? 20 miles.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I can't drive because my license, I lost it, so I got my driver. Katie, let's go! The Pal Park Master, here we go. Sexiest woman in the world, driving a big old truck. Katie used to live in Texas. First leg of the U-Haul loaded. Now we're heading to self-storage. We had my sister coming for dinner from Florida, and we're trying to see if we can make that dinner on time, have the U-Haul. Katie's driving so I can carry, and everything's loaded in the back. Storage, and then to Katie's. Then hopefully we can make it to dinner. We'll see. We got here, now the storage space. Oh shit, is there not like a fucking office here? It's the office, shit. Okay, it's 3:52. It says it's open, but it's not open yet. Shit, like did we get locked out? So the manager's coming? Okay, thank you. He's coming, I was knocking like a madman. Katie was just asking me, cause she got really stressed. Probably because of me, because I'm very chill. So I start going slowly. Oh, I can fucking breathe. All of a sudden I'm like, we're stuck and we can't complete this move. Thank God. I am so fucking anxious right now. Fuck, I thought I was chill. In this moment, just like the anxiety just got to me. Thank God. I almost had a panic attack with the door being closed and like the sign saying till 4 p.m. Yeah, and the trucks. Obviously, I'm sure you get this all the time. So like, just to get the unit that I reserved. Okay. It's paid for. Daniel Ramirez. Katie's a fucking beast. She like put up half the stuff. God, it makes me look like such a pussy. Everything's done. I picked a good one with this one. Sexy and strong. But now we're gonna bring this up, get back, and then we'll talk later. So everything is officially in the storage unit and we're ready to go.
did it.
We did it.
We did
Well, we
it.
did half of it. Now
We
the other
we
half.
did that. That was a lot.
This is the hard part. Fucking awesome.
I'm really nervous about the dresser.
Last trip of the day. Last big trip. Last big trip of the day. And we're done. Client day. I haven't had a drink in a while, but I might have one tonight. Let's go. Now we are on the final stretch. Have everything loaded. U-Haul towards Katie's, dropping it off later, and trying to see if we can meet my sister for dinner. Trying to figure out where we go, if we can find a place, what time we can go, and trying to figure that out. It's a bit hectic, but hopefully we'll be sitting having a beer somewhere by tonight and having everything gotten done. Let's see. Now finally the last bit of the move. Last trip.
We really did.
Really fucking did. Dumb fucking thing. Next time I need to hire some movers. I don't know why I didn't. Katie kind of hurt her foot, and so we just returned the U-Haul and still making out to dinner with my sister. Everything's done. It's a huge accomplishment. I'm like really tired right now. We just dropped off the U-Haul. Katie's driving. She actually hurt her foot, but she like powered through a meeting with my sister. And no, we're excited to celebrate. Everything's wrapped up. Moving in New York. Jesus fucking Christ.
Camera.
Yeah. We're staying off the coast. You're in celebrating with the family. Cheers. Cheers. Now I forgot about the paint. Now it's finally